It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns, and it's coming up next.
It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by my partner Charles Davis. Charles, these Browns, no other way to say it, they took a step back last year. And what do you think that they need to do to get back to the playoffs while competing in a tough AFC North?
They need to get back to the identity that their head coach established a couple seasons ago. A hard running game, consistent play from their quarterback, and then they have new management on the defensive side of the ball. They'll try and get after you in the pass rush.
Well, meanwhile, the visiting Steelers come into 2023 with something to prove. They finished above 500 at 9-8 last year, but wound up on the outside looking in terms of the playoff race.
And you and I both know how it is around Pittsburgh. Death taxes and the Steelers finish 500 or above. But they want to get beyond that. They want to get back to those days when the Steelers were playing deep into the playoffs for the chance to go to the Super Bowl. And they feel like this team is continuing to get better.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Cleveland. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the three-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson. In his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Just 6 games played for Watson in his debut season with the Browns, which really limited how much he could step into the franchise quarterback role for the team. But he gets a full slate to do so this season. Remember, his last year in Houston, over 4,800 yards. They expect excellence from him.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns 41. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Now here's another carry for Harris. Stays on his feet, and he's taken down inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Johnson's got it complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds Pickens over the middle. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Yeah, this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. He's to the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 72 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is Jakeem Grant. Jakeem Grant now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Simple drag route here. Lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On play action, they'll throw. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Browns, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The return man is Grant. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Back to throw, Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Watson. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult 1st half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
3rd and 2, Watson. Touchdown, Browns! Deshaun Watson on target to David Njoku. And the Browns get a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a third person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Slant pass complete, Najee Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gets this out wide to Pickens. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. Boswell's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And for the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Down the right sideline, Elijah Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
The throw over the middle taken in. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, so many times in games we see the most difficult acrobatic catches, whether it's on offense or even interceptions. In this case, this ball's tipped and popped up in the air, and it looks like a chance for a pick. And guess what? For whatever reason, they just couldn't finish the play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard. He'll look to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And Johnson going to have a Steelers first down as a tackle made at the 18. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This throw caught right around the 6. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. Continue as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. There's Deontay Johnson as this Steeler offense gets set for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
He's got this to Pickens.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Watson on first down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Watson now to throw.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. A give running right is Chubb.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards for number 11.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now 2nd and 9.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the 50, it's Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Harris.
And He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
Dancing away at the 30. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get it as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
72 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum.
The other side is starting to gain.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Yeah, he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do? But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Completes this one to Pickens.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense, they came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here's Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They set up the screen to Chubb. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
2nd and 6 coming up. Watson to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Watson.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
That's out to Chubb, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's 2nd down. Watson.
His throw incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Hopkins' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, but he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.